Welcome to the video, and you join me from behind the wheel of the brand new Hyundai Bayon. We're at Fitzpatricks Hyundai Kildare town to take the all new Bayon for a spin. This is an all new model for Hyundai and is joining a very crowded small SUV market, going up against the likes of the Ford Puma, Nissan Juke and Volkswagen T-Cross. We're going to show you around the new Bayon and talk about first driving impressions. Hit subscribe if it's your first time here so you don't miss our videos with the latest new cars on the market, and leave a comment below with the car you want to see next. So let's get into it. The Bayon is the 7th new addition to the Hyundai lineup in the last year. The Korean brand has been busy refreshing and updating its models from the i10 all the way up to the Santa Fe. The Bayon will slot in above the i20 and below the Kona, making it Hyundai's entry-level SUV. The exact model and spec we've got here is the Deluxe, which is an Irish spec car. Under the bonnet is a 1.2 petrol, producing around 85 brake horsepower, the exact same engine found in the i20. At launch, this 1.2 petrol seems to be the only one available on the Irish market. There should be a 1 litre turbo petrol arriving later at some point. The car has been launched in the UK with the 1 litre turbo petrol. In the styling department, you can see hints of the Kona at the front with those slim daytime LEDs sitting above the headlights. Around to the side, the diamond cut alloy wheels add some style, and you can definitely notice the Bayon sits slightly higher than its i20 sibling. The roof rails and creases in the door are also subtle design cues that add to the overall urban SUV look of the Bayon. The Bayon is based on the new i20, and that's no bad thing, as that is a strong car in its own right. There is a review of the i20 on the channel if you want to check it out after. The standout feature at the rear are them taillights with sharp creases. The red strip between the taillights on this model anyway don't light up. Let us know in the comments below what your thoughts are on the styling of the Hyundai Bayon. So what does the Bayon offer that the i20 can't? Well, this small SUV has a larger boot than the i20, and even though the Bayon sits below the Kona in the Hyundai lineup, it actually has a bigger boot than the Kona, which is interesting. There's a good bit of space back here and there's tie-down points, and under the floor there's also a spare wheel. Another difference between the i20 and the Bayon is that the rear seats have slightly more legroom back here than the i20, and with the driver's seat in my driving position, I'm around 6'4", you can definitely notice that small bit of extra legroom back here. Rear passengers get a USB port, and unusually there was a pocket on the passenger seat back but not the driver's. And 4 adults should be fairly comfortable in the Bayon. Up to the front then, and it's more or less the same up here as the i20. You get 2 screens, the one on the left for the media, reversing camera, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and the other one displays your dials, which are customizable, along with your trip information, cruise control and lane keep assist. There's also ambient lighting in the Bayon. You can't really see it right now during the day, but at night, as with all ambient lighting, it should look the part. Hyundai have made the interior simple yet modern, and it's great to see physical buttons to control the heating rather than them being hidden away in the touchscreen. The overall fit and finish feels solid, and while there may be a lacking of soft touch plastics in some areas of the car, the quality overall feels quite high. The driver's seat can be adjusted for height, and the steering wheel can be adjusted for both reach and rake, so it's also easy to get comfortable behind the wheel. In terms of driving, and the first impressions are, it feels very like the i20. The suspension is well balanced, and it's somewhere between firm and soft, maybe slightly leaning to the firmer side, as a lot of smaller hatchback and SUVs tend to. But it's not too firm, and it's capable of absorbing most of the bumps on poor road surfaces, even with these 16-inch alloy wheels. Despite the slightly higher ride height, it still feels quite like the i20 to drive. The only area that you could slightly mark the Bayon down in the driving department is the lack of accelerating power you get from the 85 brake horsepower petrol unit. While it's good around town and it settles when you get up to speed, you will want to plan your overtaking in advance. That being said, the Bayon is primarily an urban SUV, and for town driving the 1.2 is adequate. If you want more power, that 1 litre turbo may be worth a look when it arrives on the market. As of yet, there are no hybrid options confirmed, but the petrol units on offer should be able to satisfy the majority of customers in the market for a small SUV. Also, the car is easy to drive in town with its light clutch and steering. So then, first impressions of the Bayon. And we think it offers fairly good value for the money when you compare it to its main rivals. It should also prove to be a reliable and safe choice. You're spoiled for choice in this end of the market, but we think it's worth adding the Bayon to your list if you're on the lookout for a small SUV. It comes with the usual Hyundai 5-year unlimited mileage warranty, and yet again Hyundai have produced a solid contender in yet another segment. We get the feeling that while this car is unfamiliar to most right now, it will quickly become a common sight on the road. What do you think of the Bayon? Would you prefer it over something like a Kia Stonic or Ford Puma? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching this far into the video. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, leave a like, and until the next one, thanks for watching Deck of Cars.